Hi, my name is Sheri Dennehy, and this is my career path to Don Bosco Prep. I went to Montclair State University. I entered as a fine arts major and soon quickly changed to an art history major because I found that I really liked learning about past art and I loved doing research. And I thought I was going to graduate and do museum work. But the problem was to get an internship to do museum work, you had to do an unpaid internship first, and I worked through college. So I never could do the unpaid ones first. So I eventually graduated with the art history degree, and when I graduated, I did editing and web design. I did not like sitting at a desk all day. I was offered a teaching job, and I jumped at it, and I've never looked back. So once I took that first teaching position, I was a part-time teacher in a small Catholic school, which is no longer there. I worked 3 days a week and substituted in other schools. From there, I went on to work at another all-boys high school, and I started an art program there. I was there for several years. I stopped to have children. And then when I went back to teaching, I was working at their school, St. Joseph's School in Oradell, and I was there until I started to come here. It wasn't exactly one project that made me want to be a teacher. And again, at that point, I didn't want to teach. I didn't want to teach till after college, but I wanted to go into art because I loved my high school art teacher so very much. It was a very low-key kind of class. At the beginning of each semester, she told you, you need to have this project, this project, this project, these done by the end. You could do them in any order you wanted. And at that time, I went to Holy Angels. We had free periods, and she asked us to give one of them back to studio art. I wound up spending all of my free periods there, and I did several more projects that were required to me because I never had access to the materials before. So I was so excited to be able to work in pastels and oil paint and pen and ink and things I had never done until that point, and I wanted to do it all. The cool thing about our program here is that my classes are small enough that I can really get to know individual students and what they like. If fashion is something they like, I say, well, if you have your own ideas in fashion, that's great, but maybe for a summer job, get a job at a fabric store, learn about fabric, learn how they work, look how they move, how you can sew them. If I have students that are interested in architecture, but have never really done an architecture type class. And so when I find out that my students have certain tastes, I try to gear projects towards their tastes. But I'm always trying to encourage them to find people in their field and shadow them, get to see if this is really where you want to be in it, and just get an idea of what's required, what do you need to do. I get a lot of students who are like, look, I don't want to major in this, I just want to take an art class. Or sometimes I get some people who are like, well, I didn't want to take this class, so I want to take this class. So they come in with zero expectations, zero experience, and I say, are you willing to try? And trust me. And they say, okay. And I have to say, I think the students are learning so much, and I think they're having a lot of fun. And that's really what I want. And I have found that sometimes the students who are the least experienced, I have found that they have some personal styles that I really, really like, and I want to bring out in them, and I want to encourage them to take art further because I think with a little experience, they could really excel at this. My favorite thing is when my students have gotten it, when the light bulb goes off and they are as excited about what they've produced as I am.